Hey everybody, Wooju here. Time for yet another long overdue Medic Mail Day. I know it's been a while, but I've been saving stuff up as always. Got quite a bit to go through here today, including one piece behind me that I'm saving that for last. Got a big lot in from Heritage Auctions with a new piece from my Hall of Fame autograph collection, which that's not going to be included in this video because there's so much to go through and I've already got enough here. So, but that does put me down to 8 to finish my Hall of Fame autograph collection as of right now, which is 4 possible for long shot in hell. So, but anyhow, we'll get started with what we got here today. First, we're going to start off one piece that I got back from a PSA DNA group submission. This is actually not even sports related. This was part of a sports lot that I bought a while back. There's a letter in the lot fully written by him and signed, and then there was like a couple postcards, and I decided to send one of the postcards in to see if they were real. Turns out it's definitely real. It's a Titanic survivor. Was 8 years old when he was on the ship when it sank. Marshall Jones Drew was his name. But Marshall Drew, Titanic survivor, April 14th to 15th, 1912. He signed this in January 1st, 1986, and I think he passed away in June of that year. So one of the last autographs that he probably would have done before passing on. So I thought that was kind of a cool piece to have in my collection. Probably get the rest of them authenticated and kind of go from there. So. Next, we're going to go with the most recent Hall of Fame class, which there's one in particular that I have in this big old lot of stuff that I'm rather pissed that he didn't get in. He should have been in, but it is what it is. So for the guys that I do have, actually I have everybody from this class, thankfully. I got 2 Patrick Willis's here. I have the Rookie Gridiron Gems. Very nice 3-color, 2-color patch sticker auto. Pulled that years and years ago, had that. And then this one, I forget if I bought it, pulled it, whatever. This is probably the one that's going to be the piece from my collection from Upper Deck Premier, 25 out of 50, 1-color jersey, 3-color patch, 1-color patch, 1-color jersey, sticker auto, but unless I find something a little nicer that I really like, that'll probably be the piece that'll stay in my Hall of Fame autograph collection. This one I picked up not too long before he got announced. It's nice and cheap. Not too many, not too expensive an autograph. Dwight Freeney for the Colts. This one I had picked up. I wasn't sure if he was going to make it. Of course, there's a lot of people yelling that he should. A lot of people saying he shouldn't. But I picked it up before he made it, thankfully, because his prices jumped, of course. 2006 Playoff Contenders Rookie Auto, Devin Hester. One of the guys I kind of predicted would probably make it from the senior class, Randy Gradisher. Doesn't have many autographs out there, so I wanted to find a nice clean on card. He'll probably have more coming out, but I grabbed that while I could for now. At least that way I've got his name checked off. Picked this up, I think, on Check Out My Cards. 2 out of 25 Ring of Honor, Andre Johnson. Wouldn't mind finding something maybe a little nicer, but I mean, being on card, can't complain about that. And next, this one I had picked up, thankfully, before he made it as a finalist, because his stuff started going up, especially with his condition, ALS. And sorry about upstairs, we got some new neighbors. But this is a Prism 4 out of 75 sticker auto, completely on the sticker though, Steve McMichael. So thankfully picked that up before he made it for a very fair price, and his prices jumped as soon as he got announced, of course. So smart move on my part, thankfully. And last but certainly not least for this class, he only has like 1 game used autograph that I know of, and unfortunately it's like he's in a Packers uniform with the Panthers game used, or vice versa. I think it's Packers and Panthers. But I went ahead and got this as a player worn, of course, but it's on card, 10 out of 15 Julius Peppers. So unless something really crazy comes out, that'll probably be the piece that stays in my collection. These next 2 just picked up for fun, more or less. This is 2023 certified 50 out of 50 Christian Okoye autograph. Never had one of his autographs, so I figured worth picking up one of those. It's one of those names that you hear about a good bit. And this one is actually paired up with another card you'll see in a little bit. Hurts me to have these cards just because of what they're out of and the team that it represents. It really hurts me. But this is the only cards that I believe that his brother has signed at any point. But this one is Alvin Wistert. Unfortunately, wish I could just cut the top off, but you know, that just killed the value of any of these cards. So, and this next one's pretty much PC. Picked this up on some auction site. But nice SGC 7 Walter Payton rookie. Might see about getting that made and go over to PSA, see if there's a good crossover. But centering is not the best, but definitely a very clean, nice looking card. So very happy about that. Finally have one of those back in my collection because I sold mine a while back. And they're not insanely priced, so that works out. Next up is future Hall of Famers. Some of these are definite, some of these are long shots, some of these are, you never know what's going to happen, but they probably will. This one was one that did not make it this year as a senior finalist. Really wasn't all that familiar with him, and before he even got announced as a finalist, you could pick these up for like $5 a piece, like an index card of him. His card autographs weren't too crazy, but of course as soon as he was announced as a finalist for the senior nominees, went through the roof. All the index cards sold, but I have a friend who I deal with all the time, and he got me a good deal trading and everything. Art Powell for the Raiders, PSA slabbed index card. Wasn't slabbed, but I went ahead and got it slabbed, so that way I knew it's good to go. Doesn't hurt to have just in case. Next guy will definitely make it at some point, just didn't this year. Nice 3-color patch, game worn, I do believe. It's not from any specific game, event, or season, so I need to upgrade. But nice on-card autograph at least. Thought this was the year of 5-star they still use game used, but I was wrong. But Antonio Gates. So, yeah, that'll be hopefully upgraded soon enough to an actually game used. I had one, came in damaged, let me keep it. Sent me another one in replacement instead of a refund, and the autograph cuts off the card. In fact, here it is right here. I mean, it's exquisite, actually game worn, but this autograph runs off the card, and you know how much I hate that. So, yeah, is what it is. Next is, as I was talking about, the card that I want to cut part of it off. This guy is one of those senior guys that may make it at some point. I have an index card of him somewhere, rather. I have things litting around that I should try to find and actually put away properly, but this is the only card that I know of outside of like an old card that he signed, but actually pack released Al Ox Wistert. So a name that might fly under the radar. Not like his autograph's going to go through the roof, but if I have at least a nice card, I got him wrapped up for when he does make it. Next one, I wasn't planning on buying this variation of this card. I've been trying to actually buy just a PSA, nice like PSA 9, maybe 10 of his rookie auto. I actually already had his auto, but it's just one of those letter autos, and I hate those just because they have a tendency to fade or absorb over time. Mine hasn't, but rather not risk it. But this is 2006 Playoff Contenders rookie preview ticket, 12 out of 100, Haloti Ngata. Nice fully on sticker auto. So don't think I'll need to upgrade that at any point unless they come out with some crazy game used patch auto, something like that. But otherwise, we're good to go. Next, this is one that, again, kind of a name that flies under the radar. If he does make it, his prices will go up. Not crazy rare, anything like that. But you just don't see a massive amount of them. This is Bucko Kilroy from the Philadelphia Eagles. Got a PSA slab for authentication. I also have a check of him as well. I traded the other check away, so I have some extra just in case. And if he does make it, then I'll sell the extra. This one is the one that I'm pissed about not making the Hall of Fame. Talking with other collectors, he should have made it years and years ago. Was up as a senior nominee. Figured he was a shoo-in this year. Thankfully, I had him because as soon as he got announced as a finalist, through the roof. They've come back down since he didn't make it. But this is part of that 1977 touchdown card set that I bought a couple years ago, which was probably one of the best investments I've ever made, to be quite honest. It was expensive, but it checked a lot of names off the list. But I'm still looking to upgrade here and there as I can. But for the 1977 touchdown card set, Buddy Parker. Should have been in as a coach a long, long time ago. There goes my monitor. But yeah, should have been in a long, long time ago, and yet again got robbed. So heard people saying that some guys are voting against anybody they've never seen play or coach. So maybe that's what's keeping Buddy Parker out. Who knows? Name that I picked up just kind of like was flying under the radar of I think like finalists and semifinalists. He'll probably have cards come out once he does make it, as long as he makes it before he passes. And but I went ahead and grabbed one of these on eBay. Went ahead and sent it into PSA. But a rookie autograph of Willie Anderson from the Bengals. Doesn't mean he's going to make it, but again, I don't mind spending a little money on guys that might make it rather than do it now, rather than spending buku when they do finally make it. This one, I've been trying to pick one up because I had actually pulled a rookie redemption of this guy way back when from Fleer. Never sent it in because that's how old the redemption was, and if Fleer went belly up, I never sent it in for the replacement stuff, and I've been without his autograph ever since. So I was at the show in Washington, PA that's gotten pretty big. It pretty much spans the entire mall at this point, and then some. But worked out a deal. This is from 2010 Topps 5-star. It says actually game worn. Relic, not from any specific game, event, or season. Son of a... Well, I thought I had my card for this guy. Still a nice card, don't get me wrong. But I'm going to be looking to upgrade. But at least I have his autograph. 2010 Topps 5-star. Jason Witten. Oh, the frustration is real. Really nice, clean autograph. I mean, the patch is nice looking, but it's that old adage of Topps of, we'll throw in whatever we want to throw in back then. So, yeah, the first ones to really start doing that, and then Donruss / Panini kind of followed suit. And, moving along before I get too salty. This is one that I believe I showed off the piece that I had. I don't think I showed it after I had it made into a custom card, though, but I went ahead and sent this into PSA, got it nice and slabbed, authenticated. But this is a nice custom card, modeled after my favorite set, the 2006 National Treasures Football Hall of Fame Greatness. George Trafton, nice cut check. Made into a custom card, PSA slab, just a little blurb on the back. If you want to read about that, you can, pause there. But yeah, I have a guy who does custom stuff for me, and I always have him do it after that set just because it's my favorite. I got a couple pieces I might send to him and have him do as well. So, alright, now we're getting into upgrades, and some of these upgrades are absolutely freaking insane. And we're not even talking about the two big pieces, I guess, that are sitting over here. Well, one here and one back here. So, I know you're already dragging along. We're pretty far. Yeah, we're already like 13 minutes into the video. But stick with me. The end of the video is going to be well worth it. So, I've been kind of side collecting this set. I'm not pushing hard to do it. But again, one of my favorite, more modern sets. The NFL Top 100 set. I picked up the Randall McDaniel out of that set. I like the look of these cards. It's a nice clean on card. So I need to find out who all I have and who all I'm missing, and as time allows and money allows, pick up what I can. Next, this one I picked up on eBay, not authenticated, but the autograph looked good. It's a lot bolder than the one I have now, plus the other one's BGS rather than PSA, which I tend to prefer PSA just out of habit. Although I've heard back authentication is sometimes a little better anymore. Anyhow, this is I'm not even sure what year because I just put trading card anymore. I think it's the 1970s if I'm not mistaken. Anyhow, nice autograph of Winston Hill, nice and bold. I don't think I need to upgrade anymore. I'm not going to go chase down a rookie autograph, anything like that. So that's a nice upgrade there. This one I just recently picked up, probably like a week or two ago. This is from the old 2010 Leaf Sports Icon Update, 19 out of 20. And that's just why I like Leaf a little bit, just because they do some of these harder to find cut autographs. That's how my John Blood McNally is, and good luck finding any of his autographs, period. So, but I had a full-size check, then I got another set which is like bigger, and then finally got the one that's going to be the final piece. But Henry W. Jordan from the Packers. So I've been trying to get one of these again because that's what I had before I sold back in 2017. Back in my collection. We're good to go. Next I have, I'm not sure if I'm going to call this an upgrade, which one I'm going to keep, which one I'll sell, if I keep both of them. His autograph is always very scrutinized because his wife signed a lot for him. I need to find out which one is more reliable. The other one's the 1997 Leaf set, which some people say his wife did sign for him. But this is 2007 Playoff National Treasures, 34 out of 42 cut. Not completely clean, but I got it for a fair price, so I couldn't complain. Sid Luckman. So I might just keep both. That way I know I'm covered. One should be good, if not both. So, alright, now we're getting into some of the nicer upgrades here. This first one, I still would like to get his Topps 5-star patch auto if it is actually game worn. I think his 5-star stuff was. I'm going to double check before I go buying one. This is from 2008 Topps. Man, I love this stuff. And even if I do find one, I may not sell this because these were hard to track down. But this is the nice Topps Hall of Fame on-card autograph of Art Monk. I just had a sticker auto before, I believe, and when this popped up, I was able to snag it for a good price. That's now my keeper, unless, like I said, I get one of the 5 stars, then we'll go from there. This is one I did not think I would get my hands on. Yeah, it's not perfect because your autograph does run off the sticker or off the card slightly. But this is the actual pack release from the Nationals in 2016 of Ron Wolf. I just had his goal line art card before, and like I said, I'm going to try to see if I can find one maybe that isn't running off the card. But one popped up, and I was not going to miss out on it because these don't pop up very often. So glad I got that. Finally checked him off the list of like regular cards, and I'll put up with it running off the card just because it's that hard to find. So, all right, this next one, I feel like I paid way too much for it, but the blue ink version went for way too much more. Well, not more than this, but this is 48 out of 56. This is the old Topps Heritage red ink auto of Joe Schmidt. Not a rare auto by any stretch of the imagination. It clashes a little bit with the back of the card just because it's red, but you can see it much better in person. This is not the exact same card because I can't remember what the numbering was on my old one. But these are hard to come by. They don't pop up very often. Not even the blue ones pop up very often, and they're not numbered. This popped up, and I was like, nope, I'm just going to get it. I feel like I spent too much, but I guarantee if I were to put it back up for sale, I would get what I put into it, if not more. So, got the final Joe Schmidt that I need. I don't need anything else. That's as good as it's going to get for him. Now, we all know I love my 2006 National Treasures football. And, oh, it's been a couple months now. There's some really nice stuff popping up. Pretty sure like some stuff that was being sold by at least one seller, maybe 2 sellers, are being shilled to hell and back. But this stuff, I couldn't say no. The last one, actually, funny enough, was an angry bid because I lost one card I was after. I angry bid on this and spent way more than I wanted to spend on his autograph. But you know what? I'll never need another one of his autographs because it's not going to get much better than this. So we'll start off with a nice Canton Classics 2-color patch autograph. Been trying to get a nice 2-color patch of him for a while. 4 out of 15, Jim Motto. So I've been after, like I said, a nice patch autograph of him. Finally got it. Done with upgrading him. Sticking with the Raiders, but this time we're going with 2006 National Treasures Timeline, 1965 rookie year. This is 4 out of 5, triple patch, 2-color, 2-color, 2-color. Fred Biletnikoff with a clean auto. I mean, it doesn't. This is probably one of the nicer sets out there. Still love my Hall of Fame greatness, just a little better. But when it comes to nice patches, probably the best set out there for that. This next one, I always keep looking for a clean autograph for him to pop up, but like pretty much anytime this card pops up, the autograph runs a little bit outside of the frame, just ever so slightly. But it's, I overpaid because one came up a little bit later and went for cheaper. I should have just bought that one too. But this one is 5 out of 10 NFL timeline, which is the NFC. One color patch with stitching, 2 color sleeve, and 2 color patch. Hugh McElhenney. Absolutely nasty looking patches on there. Been trying to upgrade him for a while. Finally did it. We're good to go. Now, here's the angry bid one. This is the one that I wanted, but I didn't want to pay as much as I did. But I put in one final bid just because I was angry at losing. And I don't remember what it was now. I lost something auction-wise. I'm like, screw it, I'm going to bid on this. And I did, and I won it, and I spent way too damn much. But, again, I'll never have to buy another one of his autographs for the rest of my life. Nice 3 colors sleeve, 3 color sleeve, 3 color patch. Auto, ever so slightly cut off at the top. Ever so slightly. Not by much, though. 3 out of 5. Gale Sayers. Absolutely freaking insane looking card. Like I said, autograph on the S. Ever so slightly, maybe, possibly cut off. Maybe. Focus. Focus. There we go. So, yeah. I'll never have to buy another Sayers. Unless I decide to sell that and buy something a little cheaper. But for now, that's mine. This next 2 pieces I bought at the same time. This first one, actually I think I also bought the Sweetness rookie at the same time. This one I bought just because it was running pretty cheap. I've actually already got it claimed for sale. I'm taking it with me to the National. Excuse me. And getting some money for it to help pay for whatever I want at the National. But a nice index card, a little stained, but the autographs is nice and clean. Joe Guyon. You're talking the old Jim Thorpe days. Nice clean autograph on there. Full JSA letter of authenticity right here. So, got that. I forgot something else though. Oh, no, there it is. Okay. Before we go to the next 2 pieces, I have something else to show. Completely forgot about it. I am waiting for the full letter of authenticity from JSA, but I already took it to a show and had them authenticate it. Just waiting for the letter. Bought this on a somewhat reputable website, I guess you could call it. The guy has a reputation of like being 50-50 on his stuff being legit. But I went ahead and bought it because it was cheap enough, and otherwise if you buy it on eBay, you're going to pay out the arse, to put it nicely. It's personalized, but I don't care. I just needed his autograph. Nice photo of Pat Bowlen. So, got that. It's, like I said, I'm waiting for the letter from JSA to come in. They're just putting the sticker on the letter. But fully authenticated now and good to go. And I just knocked something on the floor. Because, of course I did. So, now. This is where things get a little crazy. So, these are names that I have been hunting for a while. In fact, let me see here. There might be something else I forgot about up here. Yes. So, we got something else to show. Completely forgot about it. Not completely, but, slightly. So, step back. One more piece. Then we get to the really nasty stuff. Not that this isn't nasty. This piece I bought, I think I've bid on it before, and somebody ended up relisting it on another auction website. But not guaranteed this guy will ever make the haul. But he's got history with the NFL for sure, at least football in general. We're talking this guy played in college in the 1800s. So that tells you quite a bit. But this guy is actually known to be the first player to ever be paid to play football. Wasn't known initially, like publicly, when it first happened. Kind of kept it hush hush. But many years later, he kind of revealed that, hey, He played for the Allegheny Athletic Association against the Pittsburgh Football Club. The Pittsburgh Football Club, from what I remember, offered him $250 to play. He said, nah, not worth my time, because he had to come from Chicago, if I remember correct. So instead, the Allegheny Athletic Association offered him $500 and played for them. Of course, the Pittsburgh Football Club was a little pissed off, like, hey, he's playing for you now, but we asked him to play, and yada yada yada. So, but this is the first person to ever be paid to play football, and if he ever makes it, I'll be very glad I bought this. But his name is William Pudge Heffelfinger. It's on an index card. Nice clean autograph. The autograph's right here. Right there. So, William Pudge Heffelfinger, first person to ever be paid to play football. So, I paid a fair amount for that. Not as much as the other two that are coming up. But, yeah. So, step back now to where we were going. These next two people on my list basically were guys that I'm like, maybe I'll buy them at some point. You know, I'll probably not be able to afford it for quite a while. Really spent more than I should have probably on either one for now. But I actually probably paid a little bit less than going rate. First one, let's see, All-American in 1916. Was named to the Pro Football Hall of Fame in I don't think that's College Football Hall of Fame, because Pro was not until 1963. His autograph was actually not all that rare. I mean, still a little pricey, probably along the lines of what Pudge was. But as soon as he got named, through the roof. The first African-American coach in pro football, Fritz Pollard. I didn't think I'd be getting him very soon. Not the cleanest autograph because the U runs through the P and whatnot. But you know what? You find one of these, you get it. You don't argue. You grab it, and you pay less than the $4,000 to $5,000 that everybody else is paying. I'll just say that. Talking with somebody at a show about a year or two ago. Yeah, he sold a piece about a year ago. Sold a book signed by him for $4,000. I paid almost half of that. Right around half of that. So, I'm not going to argue about that. And that's the wrong piece. Why am I grabbing that again? I don't need that again. Alright, you can tell I'm really organized here. Alright, last, but certainly not by any stretch of the imagination, least, again, a name that I never thought I'd probably be able to actually afford. It's probably one of those Hail Mary names that if it ever happens, it happens, great. If not, just one of those names I'm going to have to leave out of my Hall of Fame collection. I remember I was sitting, this was back in October I bought it actually. No, September. And it popped up on an auction website, Heritage Auctions to be exact. And I was like, maybe I'll go after it. So I was sitting in my hotel room and just kind of like, going back and forth, should I bid, should I not? And I put an initial bid in so I could be in the extended bidding. And so, towards the end of the auction, I got outbid. And I was like, do I want to bid again? Like, yeah. And it kind of went back and forth. I put in another, you know what, one more bid, that's it. I'm done after this. I'm not blowing any more money. It's expensive enough as it is. Ended up winning on that one bid. So I can't say I've seen any other full name signature. Well, not full. He has middle initial, but his first name is fully spelled out. Usually it's just a shortened version. But it's fully PSA DNA certified. It's just a slip of paper attached to an index card. I mean, I'd love to get a full letter someday, maybe. But then again, those are harder to store. But this is the second president of the NFL. The first one being Jim Thorpe, which was a very short, like 1 or 2 year stint, which, like I said, kind of more of a figurehead sort of thing. This guy came in, changed the football world as we know it, made the NFL much more regarded, invented a lot of different things. You can kind of go online and read about him. But Joseph F. Carr, the second president of the NFL. Usually most of his stuff is just Joe F. Carr. So I really haven't seen many Josephs. And yeah, I paid more than I probably really wanted to on that. But again, I paid way below asking price. I've seen those go $4,000 to $5,000. And I was not near that on what I paid for that. So, I mean, if you really want to, you can go on to Heritage Auctions and see how much I paid for it. But yeah, like I said, with that, I am down to 8 guys is all I need to finish the Pro Football Hall of Fame autograph collection. The list is getting smaller, but the prices are going higher. 4 names that I have somewhat of a shot at. Guy Chamberlain, which I was going to be buying one at the National, but it sold beforehand, so I'm kind of screwed on that. Curly Lambeau, expensive, but not impossible. I should have looked this up beforehand. Who are the other 2? Crap. It escapes me right now. But anyhow, yeah, there's only 4 names that are very possible, and the other 4 are Hail Marys. If I ever see them, it's going to be a miracle. And if I do see them, like Charles Bidwell, I know one recently for about $10,000. Guess who doesn't have $10,000? This guy right here. So those sort of names probably not going to make my Hall of Fame collection unless somebody cuts me a hell of a deal. So, but with that, this is over 30 minutes long. I apologize this one's so long. I just had a lot to show. I really wanted to share all this with you guys. Like I said, I have a big lot that just came in. I'll tell you the name that's in there that I needed was Steve Owen. So I'll have to get that authenticated, decide if I want to make that into a custom, keep that the page. I don't know. At some point you'll be seeing that. But yeah, so down to 8, and now I got to put all this away. So thanks to all you that do watch my videos. Like I said, I know this is a really long one, but plenty of nasty stuff to see. Hope you enjoyed, and at some point I'll see you guys next time.